Children, today we are going to start the next exercise of permutation combination. Now, this exercise is based on permutation. So, what is permutation? First of all, we try to understand and what is the difference between permutation and combination, and we'll do sums related to permutation today. Now, permutation, what I basically define is the number of arrangements that can be done. Suppose you have to arrange three books. In permutation, order matters in a definite order. Suppose we have three books A, B, C, and we have to arrange these three books on a shelf. Now, how many possible arrangements, how many permutations are possible? How many ways we can arrange these three books? So, the number of ways will be either A can be the first book, then B will come after A, then C, then A will the first, then C can come, then B. Okay. Similarly, if B will the first book, then A and then C, B, C, A, C, A, B and C, B, A. So how many possible arrangements are there? There are 6 possible arrangements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or factorial 3 possible arrangements. So from here we can say that the permutation is a number of arrangement of object in a definite order taking some or all at a time. Okay. We could have taken one or two books from the three books and then arrange, right? So this way we can find the number of ways of arrangement. So what is the difference between permutation and combination? Permutation is the number of ways of arrangement in definite order, whereas the combination is the number of ways of selection. In combination, order does not matter, whereas in permutation, order matters. Okay, so that is the difference. Let's discuss this example. Suppose we have to make 6 people sit on 3 seats. How many possible arrangements are there? Then we have, you can see that we have 3 seats, 1, 2, 3 seats we have. So for the first seat we have how many options? We can make 6 people sit on the first seat. That means 6 options we have. For the second seat we have 5 options. For the third seat we have 4 options. That means how many options? Total number of ways that can be to make 6 people sit on 3 seats. That is 120 ways. Alright children. Note down the board please. Now from the last example that we have studied, when 6 people were there and 3 seats were there, so how many options we have? 6 into 5 into 4, that is 120 ways we can make 6 people sit on 3 seats. Suppose we have n different person and we have r seats, okay, then how many ways, how many permutations are possible? That means for the first seat we will be having n options, for the second seat we will be having n minus 1 options, for the third seat we will be having n minus 2 options, and for the last seat we will be having n minus r plus 1 options. Alright, this way we will be doing, right? In the previous example we have studied that for the first seat, when 6 persons were there, for the first seat we are having 6 options. That means if r seats are there and n people are there, for the first seat anyone can sit. That means for the first seat how many options we have? N options. Now one seat has been, one person has occupied one seat. How many person left? N minus 1. That means for the second seat we have n minus 1 options. Similarly for the third seat we have n minus 2 options and so on. For the RS seat we have n minus r plus 1 option. So the total number of ways that we can make n people sit on r seats, we can arrange number of permutation of n different object taken r at a time. It will be n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 up to n minus r plus 1. Now what I have done here, I have multiplied by this term n minus r plus minus 1 n minus r minus 2 up to 3 into 2 into 1 in the numerator and denominator both. Now you can see in the numerator n up to 1, you see the product of n natural numbers. So this is the value of factorial n. And in the denominator you can see the product of n minus r natural numbers, 2, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 up to n minus r minus 2, n minus r minus 1 into n minus r. This is the product of n minus r natural numbers. So this will be form factorial n minus r. Now factorial n upon factorial n minus r can be represented by npr. Okay, where the value of r is greater than equal to 0 and less than equals to n. npr, that means if we have to make like 6 person 3 seats, n persons r seats, okay, from n objects we have taken r, we have to arrange r's, right? From n total objects we have to make the arrangements of r at a time. Okay, so that will be represented the number of permutations of n different objects taken r at a time. Alright children, please note down. Now if you have to find number of permutation of n different objects taken R at a time when repetition is allowed, that will be number of permutation will be n to the power R. Alright, that means suppose we have 6 different numbers and we have to arrange, we have 3 places, we have to arrange 6 numbers on 3 places and it is given that repetition of digit is allowed. Okay, apart from 0 we have 6 numbers. So how many ways we can do that? What will be the permutation of arrangement? Right. So suppose we have 3 places. We have to make a 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3. For the first place, how many options we have? We have 6 options. Any number from the 6 number can come here. Now one number is occupied. When repetition is allowed, that means there is no issue. We can repeat the number. That means for the first place we have 6 options. For the second place we have 6 options. And for the third place we have 6 options as well. So 6 into 6 into 6, it will be 6 to the power 3. So you can see that n equals to 6 and r equals to 3. This can also be represented as n to the power r. So the number of permutation for n different objects taken r at a time when interpretation is allowed is n to the power r. Alright children, note down please. Okay, let's see this sum children. Here it is given that how many 3-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1 to 9 if no digit is repeated and digits can be repeated. That is, in first case, you have to find the number of permutation when no repetition is not allowed. And the second case, we have to calculate the number of permutation when repetition is allowed. Let's solve first part first. How many number we have? 3-digit number we have. How many digits we have? We have digits 1 to 9. That means the total number of digits is 9 and we have to place 9 digits on 3 places. That means the total number of permutation will be 9p3. When we solve 9p3, it will be factorial n upon factorial n minus r. N is 9, r is 3. So it will be factorial 9 upon factorial 9 minus 3, which is factorial 6. When we solve factorial 9, you can see that factorial 9 can be written as 9 into 8 into 7 into factorial 6. So this factorial 6 will get cancelled and 9 into 8 into 7 will get, I think, 504. Alright, 504. Numbers will be obtained when repetition is not allowed. And when repetition is allowed, that means on the first place, how many numbers can come? 9 numbers can come. On the second place, 9 numbers. On third place, 9 numbers. So total number of numbers that can be formed when repetition is allowed, it will be 9 to the power 3 or 9 9s are 981, 9s are 729. So 729 numbers will be formed when repetition of digits is allowed. Note down the sum please. Let's see another sum children. Here it is given that from a committee of 8 persons, in how many ways that we can choose a chairman and a vice chairman, assuming that one cannot hold more than one position. That means chairman and vice chairman, both the positions will not go to same person, right? So how many positions we have? We have 1 position for chairman and 1 position for vice chairman. For the chairman, suppose we have to fill first, how many options we have? We have 8 options, right? Any person from the 8% can be the chairman. So one seat is occupied, 1 person has occupied the places. How many persons remaining? 7 people are remaining. Now from the 7 people, anyone could be the vice chairman. So for the vice chairman seat position, how many options we have? 7 options. So 8 7s are 56 total number of permutation for the post of chairman and vice chairman from a group of 8 people. This can also be done in this way, that total number of permutation will be, for the chairman post we have 8p1. Any people from the 8% can be a chairman. So 1 people could be the chairman. So 8p1. Anyone can be the vice chairman from the remaining. So how many are remaining? 7, because 1 position has occupied. 1 person has become the chairman. So how many people left? 7. From the 7 people, anyone could be the vice chairman. So for the vice chairman, how many permutation will be having? 7p1. So when we solve, again we'll get 56. Alright, please note down the solution children. Let's see another sum children. On this sum it is given that find the value of r if 10 PR equals to 2 into 9 PR. So NPR we have studied. NPR is factorial n upon factorial n minus r. So 10PR will be factorial 10 upon factorial 10 minus r. 9PR will be factorial 9 upon factorial 9 minus r. Factorial 10 can be written as we take 10 outside the factorial. It will become 10 into factorial 9. On the first class lecture of permutation combination, we have studied factorial, right? If we take 10 out, it will become factorial 10 minus 1. That's 9. If we take factorial from factorial 10 minus r outside, it will become 10 minus r minus 1 inside the factorial. This right hand side remains same. So when we solve this denominator here, it will become 10 into factorial 9 upon 10 minus r into factorial 9 minus r equals to 2 into factorial 9 upon factorial 9 minus r. So this factorial 9 minus r will get cancelled, this factorial 9 will get cancelled, and 2 5s are 10 will get cancelled. So here when we cross multiply this 10 minus r here, what we'll get, 5 equals to 10 minus r. Transfer r that side, it will become r equals to 10 minus 5, it will be 5. So the required value of r is 5. Alright, please note down. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that find the number of different signals that can be obtained or given with 6 flags of different color hosted one below the other by using number 1 3 flags, at least 3 flags, or any number of. Now this question has 3 parts. In the first part, we have to make number of signals using 3 flags from 6 different flags. Okay, so if one flag is hosted below the other, then this way flags can be hosted, and for the first place it will be having 6 flags. One flag is used, that means for the second place we'll be having 5, for the third place we'll be having 4, and so on. For the 6th place, if all the 6 places are occupied, that means we'll be having factorial 6 ways to make our signals, or when all the 6 flags are used, right? You can see here. Now when 3 flags are used, that means only first 3 places are occupied. See, only first 3 places are occupied. So how many ways are there? 6 into 5 into 4. It is 120. So 120 signals can be obtained using 3 flags, right? So when at least 3 flags are used, at least 3 flags means 4 flags could be used, minimum 3 flags. Maximum how many flags we have? 6. So when 3 flags are used, number of signals will be 6 into 5 into 4. When 4 flags, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. When 5 flags, when 6 flags. So these are number of ways when number of flags are used, different number of flags are used. For 3 flags, for 4 flags, for 5 flags, for 6 flags. It will be like 1920. Alright. So when all the flags are used, so the first place we have how many ways? Any flag can come. That means factorial 6 ways for the, when all the 6 flags are used. 6p5 ways when 5 flags are used. 6p4 ways when 4 flags are used, right? From the 6 flags, 4 flags are used. How many permutation, how many signals will be obtained? 6p4. When 3 flags are used, when 2 flags are used, when 1 flags are used. So when we add all these permutations, we'll get 1956. So this is 1956 is the number of signals that can be obtained using 6 flags, taking any number of flags at a time. Alright children, please note down. Now let's see this sum, children. In this sum it is given that how many words beginning and ending with a consonant can be formed using the letters of the word equation. Okay, so how many letters we have in the equation? E, Q, U, A, T, I, O, N. 8 alphabets we have, 8 letters we have. So how many consonants we have? We have 3 consonants, Q, T, and N. And how many vowels we have? All the 5 vowels we have, E, U, A, I, O, right? So the ending and beginning must be there with consonant. Beginning should be the consonant, and ending at ending place should be the consonant. That means if this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places, the first place must be covered by consonant and the last place must be occupied by the consonant. So how many consonant we have? 3 consonant we have. So how many options we have on the first place? We have 3 options. Any of the consonant, 1, 2, 3, any of the consonant can occupy the first place. So once first place is occupied, how many consonant left? 2 consonants. That means for the last place we have 2 consonants, right? So and remaining letters, how many letters are remaining now? 6 places and 6 letters remaining. So 6 places, 6 letters, how many ways they can be arranged? Factorial 6 ways. So what will be the total number of count of letters that can be formed when consonants are occupied on the beginning and the ending place? It will be 3p2 into factorial 6, or 3 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 2. That will be 4320 words can be formed. All right, children. Note down the solution, please. Now, next important point that we are going to study is permutation when all the objects are not distinct. That means if we are taking n objects, there are few objects which are alike. So let's study this point, the number of permutation of n object where p are alike, q are alike and r are alike. That means p are same, q are same and r objects are of same quantity, right? So the number of permutation will be factorial n upon factorial p into factorial q into factorial r, right? P are alike, Q are alike and R alike. So the number of permutation will be this. Let's discuss one example so that we can understand what you have studied here. In how many ways the word letters of the word Mississippi can be arranged? What is the number of permutation of the words of letters of the word Mississippi? Now you can see that how many alphabets we have in the word Mississippi. We have total number of alphabets 11, in which we have 4 I's. I has come 4 times. S has come 4 times. 4 S we have. P's are number in 2. So 2 P's we have. So the total number of permutation with or without meaning will be factorial 11 upon factorial 4 into factorial 4 into factorial 2. When we divide, we'll get this value, right? So this way we can easily calculate the number of permutations of from n objects when few are alike, right? Note down the solution, please. Let's see another sum, children. Here it is given that how many different words can be formed with the letters of the word university so that all the vowels occur together. Vowels are occurring together. That means vowels is a one group. So if we separate the vowels and consonants from the word university, you will see that how many vowels we are having? We are having 3 vowels. I is repeated 2 times. So UIE has come where 2 I's we have. So this is one group of vowels. According to the question, vowels must occur together. So I have taken into all the vowels in one group. And rest of the consonants we have N, V, R, S, T, Y. So if this is considered as one group because they have to occur together, then how many alphabets or the letters we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 alphabets can arrange themselves into factorial 7 ways, right? But this is a group of 4. We have 2 I's in the group of 4. 2 terms are alike. So we can arrange this group of 4 into, this group can arrange among themselves, no? So that's why the total number of permutation will be factorial 7 into factorial 4 upon factorial 2. 4 alphabets can arrange themselves into factorial 4 ways because 2 are alike. Therefore, factorial 4 upon factorial 2. So when we solve this, we'll get the answer 60,480. Alright, children. Note down, please.